Okay, good morning, everyone. Today I will be discussing the topic freedom of speech versus hate speech. Where should we draw the line? Freedom of speech is widely considered one of the most fundamental rights in modern societies. It allowed individuals to express their opinions, share ideas, criticize authorities, and participate in public discussions. This freedom plays an important role in democracy because it encourages open debate and allows different perspectives to be heard. And however, not all speech is harmless. Some forms of expression can target specific groups of people and spread hatred or discrimination. When speech begins to harm individuals or communities, it raises an important question for societies. So the key issue we need to think about is how can we protect freedom of speech while also preventing harmful hate speech? Today I will explain the concept of freedom of speech, define hate speech, explore the conflict between them, and discuss the role of social media, and finally consider where the line should be drawn. First, let us understand what freedom of speech actually means. Freedom of speech refers to the right of individuals to express their ideas, opinions, and beliefs without unnecessary interference from governments or other authorities. This right allowed people to discuss political issues, criticize leaders, share different viewpoints, and participate in public debate. In democratic societies, freedom of speech is often seen as essential because it supports transparency, accountability, and social progress. The philosopher John Stuart Mill strongly supports the idea of free speech expression. He argued that even unpopular or controversial opinions should be allowed because open discussion helps society to discover truth and improve knowledge. If certain ideas are silenced, society may lose the opportunity to challenge wrong beliefs or develop better solutions. Therefore, freedom of speech is often considered a key foundation for democracy, innovation, and intellectual development. However, freedom of speech also has limits, especially when speech becomes harmful. This brings us to the idea of hate speech. Hate speech is speech that attacks or insults people because of their race, religion, gender, nationality, or sexual orientation. Different from normal disagreement, hate speech spreads hatred and encourages discrimination. For example, racist insult, religious hate, sexist comments, or messages that spur violence against a group. Hate speech can cause serious problems. It can hurt people emotionally, damage relationships in society, and increase conflict between communities. In extreme cases, hate speech has even helped cause violence. For example, during the Rwanda genocide, media messages were used to spread hatred against certain groups. Because of these dangers, many societies believe hate speech should be limited. This creates an important conflict between two values, freedom of speech and protection from harm. Some people believe freedom of speech should be almost unlimited. They argue that people should be allowed to express any opinion, even if it is offensive. They also believe that if governments start controlling speech, it may lead to censorship and misuse of power. From this view, open debate is the best way to challenge harmful ideas. However, other people believe that hate speech should be controlled. They argue that hate speech can hurt people and divide societies. In their opinion, freedom should not include the right to insult, threaten, or dehumanize others. Because of these different views, society around the world are still debating where the boundary should be. In recent years, social media has made this issue even more complicated. Platforms like Facebook, TikTok, and X allow people to share opinion instantly. This has many benefits. It helps people communicate, share information, and support the social movement. However, it also allows hate speech to spread very quickly. One post can reach millions of people in a short time. Sometimes harmful messages become viral and create conflict or misinformation. Because of this, social media companies must decide what content should stay online and what should be removed. This creates question about responsibility, censorship, and the power of technology. So the big question is, where should we draw the line between free speech and hate speech? Many experts believe the best solution is balance. Freedom of speech should still be protected because it allows people to share the ideas and participate in democracy. But speech that encourages violence, discrimination, or harassment should be limited. Government can create laws to protect vulnerable groups. Social media platforms can improve systems to control harmful content, and education is also important. If people learn to communicate respectfully and think critically, hate speech may decrease. By combining laws, responsible platforms, and education, society can create a better balance. And in conclusion, freedom of speech is an important right. It allows people to express ideas, discuss problems, and participate in societies. However, hate speech can seriously harmful individuals and communities. Because of this, modern society must find a balance between freedom and protection. The goal is not to remove freedom of speech, but to ensure that speech doesn't harm others. A healthy society is one where people can speak freely while also respecting the dignity of others. And that's all. Thank you for listening.